Hello everyone, and today we are in Betws-y-coead in North Wales, and we've come to a place that I've never actually been to before. Even though I used to live up here, I never came to Fairy Glen, and that's where we are today. We're going to visit a few waterfalls and have a little wander around Betws-y-coead, but always wanted to come here. We've got the autumn colours out at the moment. It's been raining, so the falls should be really good. I can already hear them. We're down by the river now. So yeah, looking forward to Fairy Glen. If no one's ever seen it, look it up, because some of the pictures you can get down here are absolutely stunning. It was £1 for parking, £1 per adult and 50p per child to get in here, and it was an honesty box. So, but we were honest, we put it in, and we actually parked across the road from here. There's a bridge, and we ended up parking down there, so we didn't need to pay the parking fee. But yeah, it's really cool. So hopefully you can start seeing the water down here now. So there's the river torrenting away. But what we're looking for as well, we've got a lot of this mossy coloured or covered stuff. So yeah, hopefully we get a really spectacular walk and some waterfalls. This path is right on the edge of it as well. So this is the river Conwy, and this comes down the Conwy River just upstream from here. So if we go in that direction on the A5 a little bit further, maybe, I don't know, half a mile, we actually do get Conwy Falls. So I'm not sure if we're going to go there yet today, but they're probably quite spectacular if we do. It's a miserable day, it's raining, it's horrible, but that makes for good water. And we've obviously come to a wider part because there's more meandering. You can see it's raining much wider before it then heads down. But yeah, there's definitely more waterfalls up ahead. And I think this is where the glen is coming out, because I can see a wider river over there coming into it. And then over here, let's have a quick look, we can see, yeah, much more sort of torrented water coming down past some rocks and some mossy coloured rocks up there. So yeah, I think that's where the glen is. So we've got to have a walk up now through the woods. Let's go. And we've had a lot of rain recently, so this is definitely starting to get a bit full. Well, what goes up must come down. I was just thinking how we haven't been down in the glen yet, but I'm guessing this is the place where you go. So I might not film coming down here because it is very slippery today. We just had a downpour. We are very wet, and yes, we got leafy steps. But hopefully this will take us down to the river edge where you won't be able to hear a word I'm saying. If it wasn't raining, slippy on these rocks, we'd probably get some really good photos here. We've just seen a couple of photographers. They didn't get very much, but this rock over here is quite slippery. I think you could get on it otherwise. And yeah, the view down here as you zoom in towards this bit, I think is quite iconic. So again, you can see that rock we saw earlier would be quite good to stand on, or even the one before it, and get that rock in the foreground. Well, I think all the fairies are hiding today, and I don't blame them because it's wet. So we're going to make our way back up. It might involve coffee first, and then we might go and explore other waterfalls and Betws-y-coead. Well, we've been sat in the car for the last 10 10 minutes, I think, waiting for the rain to ease off. It's been tearing it, absolutely tearing it down, but it's got a bit brighter, but it's supposed to be raining again. So we've relocated about a mile, 2 miles up the river to Conwy Falls. So we're going to see if we can get through here. Thankfully, there's a little bit for the dog here. You can see there's a little doggy hole. So that's really cool. So that'll help us get through. £2 a person. And I've got the brolly as well to try and keep things dry. Here we got our first glimpse of the water down below. Under the brolly camp. So I think this is towards the top of the falls. There's another path that goes on down here. It's got a little bit of a puddle in it, but yeah, let's go further down. Looks like there's two actual rivers meeting here. So there's one coming below us and then this one opposite. And then obviously they're feeding into this one, which is what eventually feeds Fairy Glen. So much water coming through here, you can just see the spray pounding over the boulders. Go and have a look at it down below. It looks like another viewpoint down here. Follow the wet dog. That is a lot of power. I don't know if you guys can hear me over all this noise. So it looks like we're leaving the waterfalls behind us now. There's this lovely path through the forest, which is nice because it makes it a round route going back. Sadly, there's a cafe here. I say sadly because the food looks nice, the coffee looks nice, but it's closed. So we are here on a Thursday and the cafe is only open, I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the winter. So yeah, it's open tomorrow but not today. So still no coffee. If you feel sorry for me, then there is a link specifically for that down below. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. So if you want to support the channel, if you've enjoyed the video, then maybe do that. So looks like we're near the top. I can see the fence of the car park up there. So yeah, I think before we head down to the final falls that we're going to visit here, although there is some in Betws-y-coead as well, time to get a coffee and some lunch. There will be cafes open down there for sure. Finally made it into Betws-y-coead. It's our third waterfall, albeit only a little one here by the bridge. So we parked in the car park down by that. And now we just have a little wander through. I think we're going to head over to where the station is. So I think there's a cafe over there. There's a few pubs. It's getting mid-afternoon, so see what we can find to eat and drink. That used to be the Swallow Falls Hotel, but alas it's closed, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe they're just refurbishing it for the winter, who knows. But yeah, interesting. So just parked in a lay-by down the road there, right here by Swallow Falls Hotel. There's a lot of water down there. I've just had a look. Hopefully we can get in. The one nice thing about this place, these lovely concrete steps. This site was actually originally owned by the parish council. I think they inherited it with a debt, but decided that they would turn it into a tourist attraction, and then over time they then produced enough money to actually make profit and provide better services for the village over here. But hopefully now we're probably going to get a little bit wet. I say hopefully not, but you can see the thundering water down here. There's just so much, and it goes all the way down the bottom there as well. But there's a viewing platform down here. Let's go and have a look. Hopefully you guys can hear me still. That water. And there we are looking back up at the falls. So yeah, still got the brolly. I'm trying to keep dry now as much as possible, but not bad, eh? Well, great way to round off this this trip of all these waterfalls.